If you are managing Instagram for a living, then buckle up because some of the most important features rolled out in the past couple of weeks, months, and days. And so I wanted to create a dedicated video with all of the important updates you may have missed, because if you aren't struggling to keep up with Instagram updates, then are you even a social media manager? I'm gonna give you all the goods on what's already been rolled out, what's currently testing, and really I'm honing in on the updates that actually matter for you as a social media manager managing Instagram and social media for a living. Hey, my name is Mel and I own an almost $1 million social media marketing agency, and I now help social media managers like yourself do the same. So let's dive in. Now, before we dive in, Instagram rolls out and tests features and updates all the time in the background. Sometimes it's not even official announcement that they make. And to be honest, there's so many updates and changes constantly to the algorithm and the features on the platform, some that don't even roll out officially. And so that's why I want to dive into these today and actually give you some strategy behind it, because I genuinely believe that not every single update is worth noting, but instead I want to hone in on the ones that are actually strategic and there's more behind it on how we can leverage that to see better results across the board. So one of the most recent updates that rolled out that they kind of teased for a lot of users wanting to have this feature is to replace audio on post after it has been published. Now, this update on its own for me wasn't so sensational or necessary, but I do like the idea of having published something and then later going back in and changing it, along with some other updates that are doing the same. Now, a way you could use this strategically, oftentimes audios are no longer available, and what you will see is your post will appear with no audio on it at all. Another way I think this is really interesting is if audio is no longer trending and we replace the audio, does that give us more leverage now for the content to still be relevant weeks from now? That is a way I'm thinking about this strategically. And of course, I think the overarching message from Instagram here is to say, hey, just post the content, worry about the details later, because you can change it and edit it anyway. Now that leads me into the second new update you may have missed, and that's that you're now able to reorder your Instagram grid. Again, after you've published posts, you can now officially reorder your Instagram grid. This is one of the most historic updates for me, and I think any social media manager and Instagram user, because what separates Instagram from any other social media platform is the grid, right? Now, we cannot fully ignore the grid. We still want it to be strategic and aesthetically pleasing to an extent, because if we drive people to your profile or to our clients' profiles, we want them to look at the profile and say, okay, this is something I want to follow. This is someone I, want to continue to consume content from. And so being able to reorder the grid, again, I feel like there's this underlying message of just post the thing and worry about the grid later. We spent quite a bit of time on coming up with a grid mockup for our clients, but the best part now is that we can reorder it afterwards anyway. In the past, we would also struggle with the fact that we would put together a beautiful mockup for our clients, and what would end up happening is that from time to time, our clients will post themselves in the moment, which is great, but it does mess up with the grid we provided them, and the feed will no longer look the way we actually put it together. Now that you can actually reorder the grid, it's super easy to just post and worry about the mockup later. And so again, that combined with the audio changing after it's been published, I think is Instagram telling us, we want you to create content, we want you to hit post, which is good for the platform, right? To keep it active and have more content on the platform. And so therefore, they're removing all the barriers that would typically stop you from posting something, because you don't want to mess up your grid view. You don't want to, you want the perfect post. And so it's kind of saying, post the content and worry about the details later on. Next update is that comments aren't just emojis or great posts or adding value anymore, but Instagram is testing to actually roll out that people can reply to comments with an actual photo. Giphies and GIFs were already available for a period of time, But now you can actually add photos and things like that. I think it's interesting because it shows the way community management is evolving, the way you can attract attention, maybe add more context to your comments and build community. Because just like if we're texting with a friend or exchanging messages in a group chat, how often do you send a photo, right? And it's fun and it builds community and relationships. And so I think it's an interesting update that I personally don't have access to yet, but I know it's something they're testing. And so typically, even with all new features, even if they're not testing anymore, it always takes time for an account to actually have access to these features. So if you come across any of these updates and you're like, I don't even see that on my accounts, don't worry, it rolls out sporadically across different accounts. And even for someone like myself who manages multiple accounts on different devices, we even see that sometimes some accounts have access and others don't on the same device. Instagram rolled out a brand new feature called Instagram Instants. And basically what it is in the DM, you may have seen this pop up where there's photos from different people where it's called instant because they do disappear after 24 hours. Now, it started off with just photos that you can share, but now they're also making video available. It almost seems like it's kind of like an Instagram story almost, but not public. It's only to people that actually follow you. And maybe it's kind of taking away from what Snapchat's doing. Now, any brand new feature like that people don't really understand, I think there's a lot of pushback in general. I haven't personally really used it and find ways to say, okay, this is really beneficial, from any other feature I would be using. But a way I could imagine a business utilizing it is to add more, humanize the brand more, and maybe sharing instance from, let's say, inside the store, behind the scenes. Maybe there's some type of sale going on. Maybe it's customers that they can share, on their Instagram instance. I think overall, the underlying message here from Instagram is that we're leaning into the in real-time content. Or at least for us, as we manage businesses or business owners on Instagram, to actually drive towards the business, we can still pretend stuff is in real time in the moment. But we do see this shift across the board, whether that's in feed or on stories, that we want it to look more in real time. We want it to be unpolished. And so your content needs to evolve along with that if you want it to perform on Instagram today. Now, those are some more of the tactical platform updates in itself. Now, some other huge Instagram news that affects Instagram and some of other social media channels is that Google Search Console has now made it available to connect your social media and Instagram channel to Google Search. Now, this is huge news. I shared this on Instagram earlier this month, but this is extremely huge news because we've been known that social media plays a huge role in SEO, getting discovered through Google and search engines. So what this does is Google will run this, will roll this out over the next couple of weeks because this is currently brand new. I do have access, and here's exactly what you can see once you hook up your Instagram. It takes about 24 to 48 hours for it to actually pull up your data once you hook up your Instagram. But what it will tell you is how people actually find you in Google search, what content from Instagram is showing up on Google search, what keywords they're using, what posts are findable, etc. So in the past, what we've been doing for clients, especially local clients who rely a little bit more on search and Google, is we would manually research content that performed well in search engines and see what keywords it would actually pull their posts up for. Now, this is super interesting because this was more of a manual way we were doing that, and now we actually have proof and data to back up how your content is actually being searched on Google. Now, once you know that, you can actually come up with an actual SEO keyword strategy for social media. If you notice certain keywords are more searchable in Google than others, making sure that your captions reflect that. This is where hashtags are kind of dated nowadays, right? And it doesn't do a lot for search, but keywords do. So ever since last year around this time, Google already announced that Instagram is fully indexed with Google, meaning that not just your username and bio, but all of your content that gets posted on Instagram is findable and searchable on Google. And so a year later, now today, they have started to actually make it available to hook that up to Google Search Console along with Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube. Now, YouTube and Instagram are both huge for me, huge platforms for me. And treating social media more as a search engine is going to do so good for your clients and their businesses if you're optimizing it accordingly. Now, with that being said, I want to wrap this up with 2 final updates Instagram came out with that I think are crucial if you're using Instagram for business, and of course our clients are as well as ourselves. The last update, and I don't want you to write this off immediately like a lot of people do, but Instagram came out with new subscription models, aka a paying subscription you would pay for Instagram to get more out of it. Now, I get your initial reaction. You'll be like, oh, everything is paid to play. They initially came out with Meta Verified. Now they're asking for money again for a quote-unquote free platform. But I want you to look at it this way. If you're using social media for business, which, all of us are, then paying a small fee and getting more out of it to use it more strategically can actually be a really, really smart move. And so I actually took my time to look into it and kind of see what these new subscriptions are about. Now, the first one being Instagram Plus, which it's called. It's $14.99 a month. And it's also known as the Meta One Essential, which right now, because it's brand new, they actually offer a free trial month so that you can actually see what it's all about. But things it actually includes in this subscription include that you can post content that only goes to your profile, which seems odd for me as of right now. Again, I haven't fully tested this, but you can choose a custom app icon. Fun, not necessarily beneficial to us. You can preview messages, which is cool if you're, conversating with leads and you don't want to leave people on red. I think that's helpful because I sometimes have that when I'm conversating with a lead in the DM. I'm opening their message, but I don't have time to fully respond to them yet. And so obviously it looks bad if a lead sees that you're leaving them on red. Other things it does include, though, are you can pin more posts, which is really interesting because we just talked about reordering your Instagram grid, right? Because that first impression matters so much, if you could post, let's say, up to 9 posts instead of 3, that could be interesting because that way the feed or your Instagram landing page almost always looks the same to where you show people exactly what you want them to see. So I think that is pretty interesting. And there's a couple of other things included where you have access to more insights and data. I think you can rewatch or keep stories up longer, which is really interesting too. Right now, I don't see the full benefits. I mean, to an extent, if you're using it for lead generation with a keyword automation in stories, that could be really beneficial. But otherwise, I think obviously you can lean more into the feed. However, stories is your warmest audience. So sometimes if you get a lot of views and engagement on a story, but after 24 hours it's gone, obviously that's also where your engagement would end. And so I think it's interesting to try Instagram Plus, which I will definitely be doing as a trial, and I will share those updates with you on Instagram more in real time. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to see what my thoughts are after I give it a full trial month. Now, the second subscription they came out with, I'm actually a little bit more interested in, and I think it makes a lot more sense for us managing businesses on Instagram, and that is Meta One Advanced, which is $49.99 a month. And so this is quite a bit more expensive than Instagram Plus, where, yeah, you get a little bit of fun extra features, but does it really help you grow your business and give you tools for the business, right? That might be debatable. But looking into Meta One Advanced, again, they offer a free trial for a month just for you to try it out and see what it's all about. And so again, that's something I haven't done yet, but I am planning on doing so I can take actual notes. But some of the things that they offer in this subscription includes adding links in Reels, adding links in posts, not just Reels, so carousels, having optimized search. This is super valuable, guys. If you can rank higher in search when, let's say, someone is looking for a social media manager, That is a game changer. Because how often do you search for something or someone on social media and we kind of click the first 10 options, most likely, right? And so if you could optimize this for a business owner, that's huge. It will also give you competitive insights into what your competitors are doing, how you compare up against them. It will allow you to have an enhanced link sheet, expanded monthly AI usage, to name a few. So these are a lot of beneficial features that don't focus on fluff like app icons or custom fonts. Those are all things I don't really care about. But when it comes to your business and growing, helping your clients grow through these platforms, get real data, show the ROI, adding links, and actually tracking that is major, and I think is a game changer. And so think about it. If you or your client pays $49.99 a month, but they can actually see business outcomes from that, the ROI on that is huge. And on top of that, all of these subscriptions are a business write-off at the end of the day. And so I think these plans will continue to expand and adjust based on our user behavior. So I'm sure Instagram will keep updating these and add and remove plans based on what people are actually buying and making use of. Now, to recap this, and what you actually want to do with these updates and insights is you want to audit your top performing post and swap audios where necessary, even for your clients, to give it a little boost and make sure the audio is still trending today. Start writing your captions like SEO, right? Make sure that it's actually something people would search for. You can use tools like Answer the Public, and even hooking up, obviously, your social media to Google Search Console to see what's actually driving views for your content in Google. Educating your clients on the different Instagram plans that are out there, if it's actually beneficial for them, so that they can get more data and insights that you can actually report back on. Allowing your client to also post freely outside of your schedule, because you can reorder the grid anyway. And I think this adds a lot of flexibility and a lot more unpolished in real-time content that can do extremely, extremely well for your content strategy. Now, if you found these types of recaps or insights in the latest Instagram updates you may have missed useful, let me know in the comments below, because I am planning to do these more frequently, because there's so many updates happening all the time that it's helpful for myself and hopefully for you to know exactly what's going on and what you need to keep in mind for your clients, for your business, in order to manage these channels. Now, of course, things are changing so quickly, and so staying in the loop for you as a social media manager is so, so crucial. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up. Please comment below and let me know if this was helpful, if I missed any important updates that you found useful to use for your clients, so that we can exchange those ideas. But until then, I will see you in next week's video.